This is Amateur Logic, episode 208, for August 22nd, 2025. Amateur Logic is brought to you by Icom. Keep the fun going with one of Icom's go-to rigs. As the days get longer and the bands heat up, make sure you're ready with a radio that works as hard as you do. So kick back and enjoy the breeze and make those QSOs with ease. Welcome to another episode of Amateur Logic. I'm George.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Emil.
I'm Mike.
Tonight, it's going to be our annual Huntsville Hamfest episode. And there were a few of us representing this year. I was representing.
Yeah, I was there representing for sure.
Yep.
Missed it.
Emil didn't make it.
It's a good thing I didn't go on it, because I figured Emil was going to be there, and I keep threatening to go, but
well,
probably just as well I didn't.
Yeah, you and Jerry need to come to that one, man. You really do.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, actually, since you mentioned Jerry, I found out that he snuck out to Hamvention without me. He only went for the one day, and he wasn't planning on going, but he ended up going, so good for him.
Yeah, I didn't see him that I recall. If I did, it didn't make a very big impression because I have no recollection of it. But
you would remember. You would remember if you saw Cousin Jerry.
Would you remember if you had a pork chop sandwich?
I did not have one this year.
What?
Oh, okay.
Why did you even go?
That's a good question.
Seems like a wasted trip.
Almost, doesn't it?
Well, I guess you couldn't collect on your debt.
No, I couldn't. I've been waiting. That's why he won't come back, man.
Oh, it's because he don't want to buy?
Yeah, he don't want to have to pay the debt, man.
Open up the wallet.
But since it was only Tommy and I, and you two guys didn't make it, we had to pull out the big guns. Oh, we had a number of friends there. You're going to be seeing a few of them tonight. One you have not seen in a while. And we had a good sit down.
I didn't even see that one out there.
You didn't?
Never did run across him.
Well, it's a good thing you're here tonight. You're going to have an opportunity.
Okay.
Just like everyone else.
It's going to be a treat for me, too.
Yeah, treat for all of us.
Maybe it's all on account of Tommy used to living in Missouri. Or Missouri.
Do you want to show me?
Didn't want to show you.
Well,
That's a show me steak.
Anytime you go to Hamfest, there's going to be friends there that you're going to run into. Here's one that I saw. No video, just a photo, though. A number of you may know this guy. This is Charlie Wooten, NF4A, from down around Panama City. He's a broadcast engineer, well known in this part of the country, and probably in parts unknown as well.
I see him at every Hamfest, it seems like. He gets around.
He gets around. He's always at Huntsville. He's always at Dayton, and we got to catch up a few minutes there at Huntsville. And we did at Dayton this year a little bit. So it was great to see Charlie. Well, what's going to be our first thing tonight? You didn't print your sheet out.
Let me see.
You don't really know, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
I forgot to print it. I did good to get here.
Yep.
No, it's crossed out. You're off the hook, Tommy. You don't have to read email.
Well, Tommy pulled a Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, he went walkabout.
I did have a walkabout. I'm at the Huntsville Hamfest. I've been here for a little bit, but I thought I'd come back to the entrance to show you what's going on. It's quite the crowd. First thing when you come in the door, we got the Icom booth. Always crowded as always.
Over there, because he's going to leave.
Got the place where the people sit around, talk, shoot the bull, or have lunch. A few tables over there, I think. Gigaparts has a big presence, as you would expect, since they're from here in Huntsville anyway. Got a pretty good corner in the building back over that way. Used to be kind of out in the open where you could see, but now it's kind of enclosed in there like a little storefront almost. Really nice. I may go through there in a few minutes. And radio outlets here. Probably going to pronounce this wrong, but Master the rope, best rope around, are here.
I don't know how that doesn't. I don't know how that.
Youth on the air. There's Neil. Yep. Around here on the other side, we've got the Wireman. And I'm not sure who this is. Gold Medal Ideas, I think. Selling shirts and caps and things like that. Ham Source with the Bio-NO batteries. Good stuff. Ah, solar panels. 60 watt. I need a 200 watt. Got the antennas on this side. Buddy pole, Tar Heel. L-Craft over here. Wolf River coils. L-Craft's on the other side. Rocket Machine Works. Repeater book. RT Systems. Over here across from RT Systems, we've got Radiodity. At least I guess that's how you pronounce that. Texas Towers. Ham Radio Deluxe. I didn't know they were even still around. Used to use that a lot. Cool software. 5YI. Keys. There's L-Craft. Spec 5. I don't know what that is. Okay, we got the Sign Man. TN07 Engineering. Yaesu. Diamond Antennas. We got a pretty big booth. ARRL's here, of course. Dayton Hamvention. This must the Hamfest aisle. There's a Hamcation. Hope to go. That's maybe this one, maybe this year if it works out.
Number 2.
I'll sound. I need to go by and get me a headset there, maybe. Comet Antennas. Chat Radio's here. That's the one I tried to get a interview with at Slidell. Quicksilver folks are here.
Something that big, I read the whole thing.
Chat Radio. And Threads.
That's a lot of walkabout, Tommy.
Yeah, that was just the first part where the kind of the bigger vendors were. The whole flea market part back there would have taken like 4 or 5 times that much time to go through it.
It would have. So out of all of that, did you get one of everything? What'd you get?
Yeah. You know what? I forgot to go back and get my Heil headset. I'm still going to get one of those for my 705. But I did get a, I told you when I went to Gigaparts at time and I posted that thing about hold my credit card and watch this.
Yeah.
I bought a ICR6 receiver, Icom receiver, and I bought the cable and the software to program it from RT Systems.
Wow.
But I haven't opened it up yet. It's still in the package.
Okay.
I'll get around to it later. I've been editing videos mostly.
Cool. I
Man, I spent most of my time there just visiting with folks
What'd you buy?
and talking. I didn't buy anything. Not a blasted thing. I looked,
He pulled a Tommy.
and I went to the tables that I normally go to that have all the good military surplus connectors and extra thick heat shrink and all of that stuff that I love so dearly. But I have stocked up on that every year for I don't know how many years. And I just got thinking about it. Well, it's a good opportunity. It's right here in front of me. I need to go ahead and get it, but I'm not sure I got anywhere left to put it, so I didn't buy any pieces, parts, Emil. And yeah,
That's impressive.
well, I don't know if it'd be that or if it's foolish.
I would have liked to found some of those solar panels. I kind of had that in my mind, but I didn't see any 200 watts.
Yeah.
That R6 is going to be good for business trips there, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great Hamfest. I'm very glad I went, even though I didn't really purchase anything. I didn't go armed with a shopping list. You know, I never got around
Well,
to
that's your
making
first
one.
mistake.
I know. And, you know, you would think I was a newbie at this,
I know.
but,
I had a shopping list.
and you didn't buy the stuff that was on it. The one thing I've told you to put
But I
on your
bought
list.
something else. Well, I had the list, though, and I had it with me. I just didn't look
Yeah.
at it.
So,
You know what? I think you took one from the cheap old man playbook.
yeah,
Have a
me.
list of cheap parts, but you throw it out the window and you buy all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I didn't even think about the cable for the receiver. It's a little bit tough to program. It's not undoable, but there's a lot of memories in there, so it's just easier with the
Yeah.
software. So I saw it, and thought about it, so at least I did get that. I spent $55 total. So
Yeah. And Emil, the one thing I asked him to buy was a little, like, you know,
barrel connector.
yeah, $2 SO239 barrel. You know,
Well, I keep borrowing his every field day.
yeah. And I told him field day this year, you need to put this on your list, and he did.
It's still on there.
Yeah.
What was the top range? What was the top end of that R6? Was it 3 gigs or 1.2 gigs?
1.2.
Forget.
1.3, I think.
Okay.
There was a lot of good stuff there. I saw several things I would have liked to have. By the way, I did make it by the Gigaparts Superstore.
Oh yeah,
I'd never been to that one, and it's full now.
it's nice, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and lots of stuff.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. I like going there.
Yeah, really was. Didn't shoot any video from there. You had just shot some, and we just barely creeped in under the wire.
Did
Like,
you buy anything from there? Come on, man.
no,
You can
night.
tell.
How can I even believe you even went then? If you
Well-
don't have a receipt.
I took Wayne and he bought some stuff, so that ought to be good for something.
You can always count on Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne's not gonna let that bargain pass by, man. And he's good at spotting them too. I've never seen a guy go off to a Hamfest and come back with a handful of HTs and didn't spend over $20 on them.
Yeah.
You know? And they work,
Yeah.
you know.
He can come up with, he can find some good ones now. I'll give him that for sure.
So what's up next here, Tommy?
Let's see.
This is a new antenna. This is a novel idea.
Yeah, I thought it was, oh, yeah, the laser thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. That's why I went back to talk to that guy. I'm here at the Huntsville Hamfest, and I see a pretty interesting looking antenna. What's your name?
My name is George Kostopoulos, KO4 HVI,
Okay, it's nice to meet you. Where are you from?
from the Nashville area.
Okay, not too far. About an hour and a half, maybe.
It was about 2 hours away.
Yeah, cool. Well, this looks pretty interesting. Can you show the viewers what you have here and tell us what it
This
is?
is a folding vertical antenna for 2 meters. As you can see, it has the radiating element here, and this is the ground plane, like you would have in any vertical antenna. And the twist that I came up with is that it folds. So the struts that hold apart the ground plane slide up, the radiating element folds down, and there you go, it's done. It's also made out of a urethane plastic, so it is bendable and very packable. This antenna works on 2 meters, 70 centimeters, MERS, and GMRS.
Oh, very cool. So it's waterproof?
It is waterproof. The hub here is fully filled with polymer, so it's waterproof, weatherproof. All the plastic that is exposed is UV resistant. It's obviously impact resistant. There's not much you can do to it except cut it or burn it.
That's very cool. That's pretty nice for like a 705, a little backpack. It fold up nicely.
It's perfect for POTA or SOTA, emergency communications, go bags, repeater boxes, portable repeaters. I have customers that hang these up in their apartment where they're not allowed to put out external antennas. It's good for HOAs. Yeah.
That's very cool. What, you got a website?
I do. It's thelaserham.com.
Okay.
And I also sell on Etsy.
Okay. Is that the only bands you have, or do you have others?
I have other bands. I also have 1.25 meter, the loneliest band, and 70 centimeter GMRS, these little guys. They're only like 3 ounces. So if you have friends that don't want to get their ham licenses but have their GMRS license, ironically, these are perfect to have their radios reach out a little bit further.
Very cool. But thanks for talking to me. It's pretty interesting.
Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, I thought it was
Very
pretty
cool. I've never seen that kind of adaptation of the ground plane before. That's really a neat idea.
I thought so. It'd be actually pretty easy to make that, but I mean, anyway, it's a cool idea. It's very unique. First time I've seen that.
Yeah.
Thought it was worth going back to talk to him about it. Nice guy too.
Yeah.
And Emil, you could probably find a way to hook bait up to it and use it for SWOTA.
But the swamp troll, yeah, that's
troll
right.
with it.
Yeah.
SWOTA and BOTA. That's right.
That would
I like how he's mixing the GMRS ham and MERS too. That's a good thing, Tommy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yep.
Interesting idea. Really great, great thing to go in my 705 bag.
That's what I was thinking.
Tommy, I wasn't exactly sure. Did it have an SMA connector on it? How do you connect to coax with it?
Yeah, it looked like, I think it had an SMA connector on one of them. The other one, I think it had a PLSO239.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chassis, must have had like a chassis mount. You couldn't see it because it was encased in some little cylinder thing. I think it was filled with some kind of resin, probably epoxy resin or something, to waterproof it.
We saw another friend there that most folks who watch the show will know.
Well, I ran into a familiar face here at the Huntsville Hamfest. How's it going, Tom?
It's good, Tommy. It's good to see you as always.
Yep. Tom, WA2IVD. He was the Logic Netmeister for a while.
I was sorry to have to give it up. It just kind of, you know how life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, it's like that for everybody these days. I'm actually hoping to retire. Plan on retiring in January. Maybe we'll start it back up or something. I'll have more time to devote to it. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Some idea kicking around.
I will definitely check in, and I'll even run the net every now and then if you need help.
Okay, cool. I think you got a new toy. You've had your mini bar thing that you sent us. Appreciate that. Yep. And then your Icom breakout board, which is pretty awesome. I did a segment and printed the box. The box was designed very well. It printed nicely.
Actually, Howard, a friend of mine from our club, designed the box. He's actually right over here. But he designed the box, and then I added some lettering to it. But yeah, it works nicely for it.
Yeah, it's a perfect fit too.
I'm actually selling them at the Hamfest in the box. Oh. So just Hamfest only.
Oh, nice. So what you got a new thing you worked on? What you got now?
I do have a new thing I'm working on. These are not for sale yet. This is pre-production prototypes, but this is something that I'm calling the SPS1, which is Smart Power Switch. So this is a remote controllable solid state switch. You can run up to 30 amps continuous through it. It does over voltage, over current, under voltage, plus you can control it remotely over an RS-485 serial port.
Oh, very nice. What's the current limit on it?
it'll do 30 amps continuous. The device that I'm using for switching can actually switch up to 100 amps, just not continuous. So it's very robust.
Yeah, it sounds like it. That sounds like something that George might be able to use at some point. He's talking about putting a rig out of this place out where we do field day out in the country because he's got a noise problem at home.
Yep. Yeah, we were talking about that. I think remote stations are going to be getting more popular as people, we keep moving into areas where everybody's got Wi-Fi and all the LED lights and everything else that mess up the low band. So I think more people are going to be doing remotes.
Right. Yeah, I know I had a noise problem when I was in Missouri. But anyway, it kind of fixed itself because it ended up being a transformer and it burned up. I saw sparks coming out in the backyard one day. Once they replaced the transformer, my problem was gone.
Nice. That it didn't burn up because of some extra help maybe from one of the neighbors, did it?
No, I hope not.
So, no, it's it's really good to be able to do the remote stuff. All the radios today are so much more easily remotable, but sometimes you do need to power them on and off.
Yeah.
That's part of what this is for, or other accessories.
Well, that's cool. I bet you that'll probably sell pretty well.
I'm hoping. I think it'll be valuable. And we talked earlier about there's a podcast, Ham Radio Workbench, and George, KJ6VU on that, has a whole station controller system, and he has something called the Device Control Network, which is an RS-485 network, and this is compatible with his protocol.
Okay, do you have to have that to control it?
No, you can just control this with a serial port, and as long as you've got an RS-485 adapter, which I think you can get on Amazon for like $15 that plugs into your USB port, you can just connect the wires to this and use any serial program or Node-RED or, however you want to control it.
So it's got a terminal built into it?
It's got a built-in serial port, so you can control this with the terminal program on your...
Okay, so just send it commands?
Send it commands. They're simple ASCII commands. The protocol's all in the manual.
Does it return acknowledgments?
Yeah, so this has, you can actually query the status and it'll tell you the voltage on it. It'll tell you how much current. It'll tell you if there's been an overcurrent or undercurrent trip and how many of them. And it even tracks how long the switch has been on.
Oh, that's really nice, man.
So, yeah, I keep adding little features to it. It's been having some feature creep, but got to get it all dialed in, and then hopefully within the next, I'm saying, couple of months, I hope I'll have them ready for sale.
Yeah, that sounds good. Keep us posted on it. It's pretty nice to see that.
I will.
It's good to see you as always.
Yep, it's great to see you, Tommy. And I haven't seen George today yet, but I'm sure I'll see him around here somewhere.
Yeah, he's here. He's wandering. I'll catch up with him in a little bit. I'll probably send him by here to tell him say hi to you.
All right, sounds good, Tommy.
That was good to see him. There was also some fantastic chewing gum. Don't let me have chewing gum at the Hamfest anymore.
Okay.
It was great gum. Apparently, I didn't want to spit it out.
Yeah. This episode brought to you by Wrigley's.
That's Big Red. It was Big Red. Big Red guy.
Okay.
Although I think they still make it.
Please.
Yeah.
Big Red. Yeah, I haven't had that in a long time.
Rig, please.
Rig.
That's cinnamon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it was good
to see Tom.
Yeah, I just
Tom's
seen him.
got a lot of great ideas, and he's putting together things that, on the outside looks fairly simple. But when you get into all the features, he's really value added a lot.
Uh-huh.
He's thought about it.
Projects.
That's a really cool little device he's got.
Yeah.
That'll give you all that feedback and stuff about how long things have been on and off, so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Really sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Mike, I don't even know what this is you're talking about. I saw the picture.
This story's a little old, but I never heard of it, and it obviously didn't really make the news all that much. But it goes back about a year, and apparently back in February of 2024, a missile attack from Houthi militants in Yemen hit a cargo ship in the Red Sea, and the crew evacuated, and the ship, I guess, must have drifted. They estimate about 70 kilometers, and it was dragging its anchor, and it ripped up 3 fiber optic cables on the Red Sea floor, and it carried about a quarter of all the internet traffic between Europe and Asia. So the data transmissions had to be rerouted. And this year, being fast forward a year, a few months ago this year, NATO designed and began testing on a plan to fix the vulnerability of the cables. And when you think about those cables just laying on the floor, they're not buried or anything. So, and there's been some instances of sabotage. I won't get into details. You can read it in the article, but the idea was they needed some kind of a backup plan so that if a cable was severed, they could reroute it through something that wasn't vulnerable, like another fiber optic cable. So they came up with a satellite system that can obviously satellite can't handle the throughput that a fiber optic cable can, but the idea is it's designed to kind of act as a backup system in case a cable gets severed. And also another part of their project was being able to identify exactly where the sever was made within a meter, so they can locate where the damage actually is and send out a repair ship.
We got a lot more to go yet, but first let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Fun, Sun, and QSO. Wherever you go, keep the fun going with one of Icom's go-to rigs. As the days get longer and the bands heat up, make sure you're ready with a radio that works as hard as you do. So kick back and enjoy the breeze and make those QSOs with ease. Remote ready, contest capable, and built for serious signal, step into the future of amateur radio with Icom's powerhouse trio. The IC7760 HF digital transceiver, the IC-PW2 1 kilowatt HF 50 MHz linear amplifier, and the all-new RC7760 remote controller. Designed to work in perfect harmony, this system offers full remote operation, high output power, and seamless integration across the bands. The RC7760 remote controller serves as an extra control head, and up to 5 can be registered to the RF deck, though only 1 can be active at a time. For wireless connectivity, simply connect a commercially available Wi-Fi access point via the LAN port. Whether you're working from the shack, the field, or a remote site, you'll experience crystal clear audio, digital precision, and amplifier-grade power, all from a single unified interface. It's the ideal setup for contesters, MCOM operators, and high-demand users who expect more from their gear. The IC7300 combines intuitive touchscreen control, real-time spectrum display, and superior signal purity into one compact rig. Built for satellite, EME, and weak signal enthusiasts, the IC9700 combines all-mode operation on VHF, UHF, and 1.2 GHz. The IC705 go-to rig for outdoor hams who love POTA and SOTA activations. A large color touchscreen with real-time spectrum scope and waterfall display for intuitive function and setting operation. The IC705 provides big radio features and performance in the palm of your hand. Enjoy HF to 50, 144, and 440 MHz with D-Star, SSB, CW, RTTY, AM, and FM modes. For more information about all of Icom's great amateur radios, visit IcomAmerica.com/amateur today.
Thanks, Icom.
Wow,
You owe me a
that
soda.
was in stereo.
Yeah.
It was impressive. You guys practicing that?
Yes, every month.
Yeah, it shows. It was a good job.
Speaking of the Hamfest, of course, we're going to be doing that the rest of the night.
A
But
lot.
speaking of friends at the Hamfest, here's a guy that we see, well, every time at Huntsville. I believe we've seen him, I want to say in Dayton, but I'm not positive. He's always at the Jackson Hamfest. probably at the Slidell Hamfest. This is Pete. N5 NBC.
Oh, yeah, I see Pete all the time, man. He comes to the Jackson Hamfest. He was this time. Him and Scott.
Check out that hat.
He's always rocking the swag, man.
Always. Appreciate him for that too. Nice fellow. He always makes a point to speak. Always look forward to seeing him. His buddy Scott was there too.
Yeah, he was there. Scott wasn't standing there when I took this picture.
No.
This thing right here that we're going to look at now is something I almost missed. But it was Tom's buddy Howard, who was actually in the background when you shot that video earlier of Tom. He said, "Hey, let me show you this." So I'm glad I stopped and looked at it. Here's Howard N0AZ.
I'm with Ensor Museum, south of Kansas City. There's a brother and sister, Marshall and Loretta Ensor, that grew up in the house in the early 1900s. And they both got their ham licenses in early 1920s. Loretta was one of the founding members of the YLRL. We run a museum of all the equipment and stuff they had there, as well as the dairy operations that they did out there. And we brought today with us we call it the world's first memory keyer. Marshall built this in 1922 to learn Morse code with, and it's all clock spring mechanism driven.
Wow.
And it has 5 platters on it with little pawls that it will raise and lower the head to the 5 platters. And originally it came with just code groups that he learned his code on. Later on he made his own platters out of it and put his CQ message with his call sign on it, hooked it up to the 1,000-watt transmitter that he built that's out at the museum, and use that to transmit his CQ messages.
That is wild. He he was on the bleeding edge, I guess.
There's a lot of things out at the museum that were kind of bleeding edge things that he did. They made a movie about him and they called it The Renaissance Man, because he was really...
And where is the museum and what are the hours?
We are open 4 months a year on Saturday and Sundays in May and June, and then September and October on Saturday and Sunday afternoons from 1 to 5. And if we have a group or somebody that wants to come out, other than that, they can get a hold of us and we'll come out and meet them and open it up to do a tour out there. But
that looks like well worth a visit.
It is an interesting museum because it kind of combines the late 1800s, early 1900s era of dairy farming, along with all of his radio equipment and the things that they did. He taught, he called it teaching radio by radio in the 20s, 30s, up through World War II. He had 60 lessons that he taught on December and January, 6 nights a week, and taught Morse code and radio theory and electronics and various things over in the low part of the 160 meter band, down right above AM, so people could listen to it with their regular AM farm radios.
Well, thanks for telling us about that, Howard, and flagging me down and showing me this device. I have never seen anything like that before.
I thought you might enjoy that.
Yes, definitely. Omnigraph.
You bought the top board here from Omnigraph with either 5 or 10 platters, and it has these pawls that will raise and lower a cam to move the head from one platter to another. And then everybody that got these, they put their own board on it with a key and speakers and whatever they wanted to do. If you were going to run it to just a transmitter, you didn't need the speakers or any of that. We just did the speaker just to be able to hear it.
Very cool. Thanks, Howard.
That's pretty awesome. And I
Wow,
remember,
I've never seen anything like that before.
Me neither.
Same. I remember Howard's call sign from the sound check net. He used to check in from up there. I remember that call sign. When I saw it, I'm like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know him, but I remember him for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of know him.
Yeah. Kind of do.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I think the speed regulator was kind of neat. That little flyer thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it must rely on air resistance to set the speed.
Yeah, they've got a lot of elevators, old elevators. They have that up in the top.
Oh, okay.
Up there above it to kind of keep a constant speed. But
You know, that's 100 years ago, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to go up there. Next time I go up that area, I'm going to try to, if I got time, I'm going to try to run up there and go see all that.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. I didn't have no idea it was there.
One little moot criticism. He really needs to substitute that buzzer for like a piezo beeper. The code would sound so much better coming out of that.
Yeah. Should he use that, or should he get a big old horn off of Victrola or something?
Well, he could do that too.
Tommy, what are we going to look at next?
Well, it's another friend we've seen at a Hamfest or two.
Yo, you know what we're going to look at.
Yeah, I know what we're going to look at.
Recently, I was at Dayton Hamvention, went by the Icom booth, had a good visit with our friend Ray Novak, N9JA, where we talked about some of the brand new products that Icom has on the market now, only to get back and find out that we had like 2 minutes worth of audio and then it went silent. Boy, what a great video that was, Ray. It's just a shame we had nothing to, no narration for it.
So for the older generation out there, this is supposed to be a talkie?
Yes, this is a talkie.
Although it could be kind of fun to mix in some music over the last one and let people bad lip sync.
Well, we could do that. Also, we could put a filter on it to make it black and white and then speed it up about triple speed. And it would make it just flow, a lot faster. But let's talk about radios instead. This one in particular. I see these are out on the market now. We waited on it. A couple of years ago, it was just a bunch of parts under a glass case.
1 year ago.
1 year ago. And then this year at Hamvention, it's all assembled, and it's a really nice radio. I've had the opportunity to play with one for 2 or 3 months now.
Yeah, you kind of threw me when you said recently you were at Dayton Hamvention, where I'm sitting there going and thinking, I've been to Germany, I've been to Seaside, Oregon, I've been to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Those are recent. Dayton was like months ago.
Well, when you only go to about 3 Hamfests a year, Dayton wasn't that long ago to me. But regardless, I saw it at Dayton, learned a lot about it, talking with you and Scott and others there. And I've had an opportunity to play with it. You and I are going to have to get together and shoot some real video on the nuts and bolts of this thing, on how it works. But give us just a quick overview, or tell us what this product's about.
Okay, well, in that video from Dayton months ago, we actually talked about two things.
Yes,
we talked about one that, you were right, several years ago, we showed it under glass, being the PW2.
Yes.
But at Dayton 2024, we had an acrylic box with bits and pieces. And what I was telling people, that the bits and pieces in the box was going to be in a new radio, but not all the bits and pieces of the radio were in the box. What would it be?
And my guess, I made a guess on it, and it was correct, but I never received the radio or consolation prize or anything. I know no one else got the answer correct.
Yeah, okay. I believe that one, George. And you didn't write your call sign and name on the ticket that had the winning answer. It was blank on the other side, so we don't know who had the winning answer. But what we're showing here are two black boxes, the body of the 7760 and then the body of the PW2. The concept is you can go remote on these two. For the radio itself, the 7760 head goes with you. You connect it over the internet back to the body. And then we also talked about the software package for the PW2 that would reside on your logging computer, and from your hotel room anywhere, you'd have a full KW with an automatic antenna tuner, power supply built into the PW2 with 6 antenna outs. So you could use your dipole or a long wire on 160 or 80. Of course, you got enough room for a 2-element Yagi on 440, 40, right? Yeah. Not 440, but on 40. Mm-hmm. And then a tri-band Yagi for 10, 15, and 20. And then here we're able to show the different antennas. Right now we got it on a dummy load, but the different antennas that you could select for it. But then, again, the head of the radio, just like a lot of our other radios, touch screen for your bands, your modes, and your filters. But we don't want to get too deep into it because there's going to be a shootout. Or no, not a shootout. What is it?
It's a smackdown.
That's right, a smackdown. And I think Tommy's going to be the one on the wrong end of the battle.
Take that, Tommy.
You know, that's his punishment for the audio at the Dayton video.
Okay. Well, yeah, because he didn't show up to record the audio. So,
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's, let me just say, I own a 7700 that I've had for a number of years and have gotten real comfortable with it and familiar with it. This is what's replacing it. I sat down with this one and immediately started using it. I did correct the manual a time or two when there was a new knob or function that I hadn't heard of, just to see.
But let's not get too deep into it. We need the viewers. Are we going to do this live stream?
We will live stream this in September, sometime in September. I don't know if we've picked a date yet or not, but we'll be announcing it. You can, check Amateur Logic or Facebook groups or, groups.io or Twitter or X, wherever you want to. We're going to announce when we're going to be talking about this one, but this is...
No. Can't keep going on. Can't keep going on.
I can say this is a lot more radio than the 7700. But,
and here I am taking over your channel. You're going to SmackDown's going to be on me between Tommy and George. But
the price point wise, it's about the same. It did not increase in price. Am I correct?
Not compared to the 7700, no.
Right.
But when this airs, I will already had my early AM airport cardio to Tokyo.
Okay.
So we'll probably even talk about some of the things that I get to see at the Tokyo Ham Fair.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. So there could be more new things than just this.
Can neither confirm nor deny, but there are 3 shows that we introduce product at. Dayton, Friedrichshafen, or Tokyo Ham Fair.
Okay. Well, I can hardly wait to see what else is coming, because I know we're going to have a good long conversation on this. Well, Ray won't let me talk about it, but this is a game changer. You put these 2 pieces together, all you got to have is an antenna and electricity.
All right. And this is Ray, N9JA from AmateurLogic.TV, along with George.
W5JDX 73. I still got the knot up here. We'll be talking about that in court. Nah. Nice radio, and in a few weeks we'll have Ray here.
Yeah, I think I've been set up to fail on this SmackDown thing.
I don't know, man. You know, the 7700 is a really, really nice radio.
I don't doubt that one bit. I know it's very nice.
Yes.
But the other was a little nicer.
Well, it's just got a few other things.
You're going to be comparing the cream of the crop super heterodyne compared to top tier direct conversion.
Yes.
That's going to be interesting.
It is. As far as features and functions, they've practically got all the same ones. But, of course, the newer models got a few new bells and whistles that they would be nice bells and whistles. Next up, I teased this earlier tonight. I said there was a guy that we met at Huntsville this year that a lot of you are going to remember. I think probably most everybody in the chat room will know this cat. I couldn't believe it was his first trip to Huntsville.
Yeah.
Could not believe it, but it was. And you didn't even see him there, so.
Yep. I still don't believe he's been there.
Jim, what's been going on? You're about to turn on a transmitter again. As a matter of fact, I've heard you on the air in the recent months.
Yeah, true. I've started working on building some transmitters, in fact.
Yeah.
And it's something kind of new for me. It's kind of different. I'm getting more into building my own ham gear, and so I've recently built a 40-meter transmitter, and I'm now, in fact, working on a direct conversion receiver.
CW?
Yes, the transmitter was CW only, but of course the receiver will be, since it's direct conversion, you'll be able to receive single sideband, as well as CW and other things.
Are you going to try to incorporate FT8 into that? You know, you might be able to.
Yeah. In fact, I think you're right. I think there's enough bandwidth in the transmitter, maybe even to do FT8. I don't know. I got to look at that.
Don't take much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exciting stuff. I'm having fun winding toroids.
I don't know if you can use those two words in the same sentence.
Fun and toroids?
Yes. I've been there and done that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now, how many turns was that?
Yeah. Once you really better keep count good.
Yeah.
If you don't want to start over.
Exactly. Yeah, don't take the one mistake there just to learn it.
You start counting, doing a lot of counting.
Yep. Well, what else been going on?
Oh, let's think. I have done a little more audio amplifier work, but not a lot, not recently. Just live.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Retired life.
Retiring is a big boon to your time, and so that's probably been at least the majority of the motivator of me getting more back into ham radio.
Cool.
How about yourself?
Well, I'm not quite retired yet, but you've been working on me. I am eligible for sure.
Indeed, I have.
So I haven't given a notice, although I did sort of have a target date in mind here for the last few years.
Are we ready to make that announcement?
No, we're not ready to make that announcement. But we're close, one way or another.
You can see it on the horizon.
I can see it on the horizon, yeah.
There you go. That'll keep you going right there.
Well, you know, coming up in October, it will be 20 years since we shot the first AmateurLogic episode.
It's crazy.
Actually, we shot it, was it August or September? We shot it
like
when
that.
Hurricane Katrina came through.
Is that when it was?
You know,
Very close?
the winds were blowing out there at your tower site.
And that
and
was
that's what it was, yeah.
Wow.
And I had just got back in town from New Orleans.
Goodness. Yeah.
So,
yeah, that was 2005, all right.
20 years, man.
20 years. It doesn't seem like it.
No.
In some way.
Yeah. So October is coming up. That's not far away. We're going to get together some prizes. I haven't talked to all the vendors yet, so can't tell much about that until I have.
Interesting.
Would you be interested in joining us for
Just
that
thinking about that.
commemorative
Yeah,
episode?
if there's any way I can, I will.
Okay. Because we were thinking about going back into the archives and pulling out some clips over the years, over the decades. You can believe that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I would look a lot better in the clips.
All of us do, yeah. Some of us you may not even recognize us. It's been so long. But yeah, because there's been a lot of fun in the past 20 years.
Never have.
I haven't talked to Peter yet, so I don't know if he'll be able to make it, but we'll see.
You tell him you'll have to just make time, or
Yeah.
I'll have to travel over to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Grab him by the ear.
Okay. Well, yeah, which hand do you use down below the equator?
I don't know. It would be totally backwards and upside down at the same time, I guess.
Yep. We'd have to see which way the water was skimming.
That's right.
What'd you buy at the Hamfest? How'd you like the Huntsville Hamfest?
Boy, it's my first trip here ever. I can't believe that. Just living no farther away than we do. I saw a lot of people here from a lot further, like from Kansas and, just wow. Crazy amounts of driving that I never would have. A lot of tags from a lot of different states. So it is really amazing to me upon reflection that I've never come over here before now.
Worth the drive, huh?
Yeah. In fact, it reminds me, I was listening to a couple of guys yesterday as I was eating my little hot dog from the concession stand. Couldn't help but overhear a couple of guys next to me. One of them was a ham. He said, I've been a ham for 20 years. And he said, this is my first ham fest ever.
Wow.
And the other guy told him, well, they're not all this big.
Yes, that's very, very true.
This thing is really huge.
Yeah.
It's not as big as Dayton, but
no.
It's the biggest one I've ever been to outside of Dayton.
Yeah, me too. I think, I don't want to sign numbers, but I think this one's in the top 3, size-wise.
I bet it is. It's, I know this, they do such a great job here of everything, I think their tagline is the World's Friendliest Hamfest.
Yep.
And boy, they really work hard to try and earn that. They really do a good job.
Well, have you done any projects lately involving a torch?
No.
I know everybody's wanting to know that because a few people have asked me. I told them you were here this weekend.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, I did. I recently was doing some 2-meter testing and antenna building, in fact. And so I built a copper pole, J-pole antenna and soldered it together with a butane torch because that's the only thing I have that will do that job.
Did it give you a sense of nostalgia?
I do think about that video every time I pick up a propane torch or
Yeah.
any kind of torch. In fact. Whoa. Okay. Try not to hit your propane torch.
You're world famous because of that video.
That is true. That went viral throughout the ham community at least a few times, and the way I know that is every ham fest anywhere I go to, someone always, usually more than one person, recognize me as, oh yeah, you're that guy with the torch.
Yeah. I noticed you're not wearing shorts today, so you're good to go.
Right.
Should
it come down to it, I have to use another one. That's right.
Yeah.
Needless to say, my part salvaging methodologies have changed a great deal since that day.
You've perfected your technique a little bit.
That's right. Yeah, I no longer use a torch in those efforts.
Just curious, did you ever try reusing any of those parts? Did they survive?
Yeah. In fact, several of them. It was not the best part salvage methodology I've come across, but it was quick, and it would remove almost everything.
Yeah, including the solder mask.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Wow. All right, man. Well, any final thoughts you want to leave our audience with tonight? We're at the Hamfest. We're sitting out.
Sitting out in the lobby. But if you can plan to come to next year's Huntsville Hamfest, make your reservations for your hotel rooms early.
Yeah.
And but it's a great time. It's a great town too.
Yeah. It is. Very, very clean, and lots of stuff to do here.
Yeah, lots of stuff to do.
Yeah.
The Von Braun Space Center, the Signals Museum, just all kinds of things that ham radio types would be interested in.
Yeah, and this is one of those Hamfests that you could bring your wife with you. She may not like the Hamfest, but there'll be so many other things she can do in Huntsville.
That's right. True.
All right, man. Well, I hope you come see us in October, and we'll relive some very nostalgic.
Maybe I'll bring my torch with me.
There you go. We'll be shooting this episode outdoors.
Okay.
7-3.
Already got the fire extinguisher ready.
Yep.
Way to twist his arm, George.
Yeah, well, we've been trying. Hopefully he'll make it.
I'll have to send him a note.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has a lot of fans over here in the chat room tonight too.
Oh yeah. Everybody that's been watching any time at all remembers him.
Yeah.
I go to Hamfest, so people ask me about him too. Him, Peter.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So it was good to see him over in Huntsville. He and I have been talking some on the air. He's getting back into amateur radio some.
I hadn't heard him. I've had the radio on day and night for a couple of weeks.
Really? Well, he hadn't talked in a couple of weeks, probably. Or if he did, I didn't hear him either. But sometimes, he's been on. He's on that building spree right now. So
yeah, that's cool. I mean, I understand. It kind of runs hot and cold on things. We all do that.
Yeah. So that's what I think was the inspiration for that trip, is go over and pick up some parts he wanted.
Did he get some?
Yeah, he got them.
Cool.
I think he's built the transmitter. He's working on the receiver now.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
He's still living in the same place out there?
Yep.
I have to holler at him sometime. Get out there and say hi to him.
Yeah. Tommy, who else did we visit with there?
Another familiar face that we see at Dayton and Huntsville.
Yeah.
I don't think I've run into him at any other ones, but Cincinnati Short Ribs dad, Jocelyn.
I normally see you in Dayton, but I didn't see you there this year.
That's correct. We had a graduation to attend, so we were not able to make Hamvention this year, but I'm glad I was able to come here in Huntsville and see you guys.
Jocelyn, KD8 VRX.
Who graduated?
So Chris graduated with an aeronautics degree and started work a couple of weeks ago and is now understanding what real work is and what, the definition of work. And I think he got shocked by the taxes on his first paycheck, but, he's learning what adulting is.
That'll wake him up every time, won't it?
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not, adulting is not fun at all.
Tommy and I have been to the VOA Museum there, and I don't remember, what's the name of the town?
Westchester.
Yeah, Westchester. And did a video there. We've done a couple of different videos from there, and boy, what a great time. But I understand that we need to go back.
You certainly need to come back. The museum has been completely renovated. We've got new exhibit space. The shack has been completely redone, upgraded. It is very nice. During Hamvention, we're always open a few days before, and during Hamvention we have extended hours for people to come. And we always make sure that the people giving the tours of the museum are ham radio operators, people that have the technical, because we'll do a special tour in terms of, I'm not dealing with general public, we're dealing with people that want to understand technology and want more information. So we typically do the tours to do that so you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah, it was a great time, man. Anybody that hadn't gone needs to go.
Well, when you come back, not if, but when you come back, you will see that it is completely changed, transformed the whole space. We've done some major improvements, so it's really beneficial. It looks really much better. Things are more, there's more of a flow to the museum because we have the Crosley stuff, and he was an entrepreneur, inventor, so there's some stuff that is really focused on his collection, and there's more stuff that's more VOA. So, but it's still worth it.
It sounds like a challenge, Tommy.
It does. I hope to make it back to Dayton this year. My work situation is going to change soon, so may have a little bit more free time. I hope to make it. I plan on it.
Well, Jocelyn, thanks for taking a few minutes out of the Hamfest here to visit with us. Always great to see you, of course. Tell the family we said hi, and anything else you want to leave our viewers with, or other hosts, like particularly Mike or Email, who did not show up.
Yes, I noticed it's just you two. It always is nice to run into you guys. Always have a good time. One thing I will say is to Mike, what's the box of unfinished dreams or whatever it's called? How's that moving along? And Emil used to be known for being cheap, and it seems like the last few episodes he's been spending a little more. I think he got a promotion or something. So, but always good segments. I always enjoy the show. So keep it up, and thank you for stopping me by.
Maybe we need to do a sanity check or something.
Maybe we'll see. But yes, always good.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
I meant a sanity check on Email, not you.
Threw me under the bus, George.
Hey, it was a perfect setup,
He's got a degree in aeronautics. Look at that, man. You see what ham radio does for people?
Yep. And he was just a kid, like last year, it seems like.
No, last time I saw him, he was taller than I am.
He was taller than any of us.
I'm 6'1", he's tall.
Yeah.
But he did win, so one of the was it Hams or Kids of the Year? I forget what the award was.
Young Ham of the Year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
with Don.
And he was involved in several high-profile youth amateur radio events as well.
Yeah.
So he was a real ambassador.
Not to mention just being a character himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Pretty cool kid.
Yep.
Well, speaking of aeronautics, while you were airing that, there was a 10-minute rocket test down here at Stennis, so I'm glad I wasn't on you couldn't hear it, I'd have to mute because it was a pretty good one. It lasted about 10 minutes.
Wow, you could hear it there?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
didn't realize you were that close.
Really? How far away are you?
I'm literally about maybe 5-6 acres of the property is Stennis buffer zone. You can't live on that part of it, but you can build structures there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gee. We're going to be right back because, believe it or not, there's still more to go.
But wait, there's more.
At the end of each month, it's AmateurLogic's Ham College, the new show for those new to the hobby and those wanting to get into amateur radio.
Which of the following is a purpose of the amateur radio service as stated in the FCC rules and regulations?
That inductor and capacitor form a tuned circuit. That's how you tune the radio to the frequency that you want. The English language.
We lived in town. I liked it. I listened to mine a lot. It was really cool because you didn't have to have a battery to power it.
There's our homemade telegraph station. We can use it for long distance communications. Oh, like 3 feet here?
Across the table. The answer is B. Voltage was named after Italian physicist Alessandro Volta.
We can see we're generating a little bit of electricity there. It's DC.
It's always great to go back and get a refresher.
It sure is.
A lot of that stuff, if you've been a ham for a while like we have, you don't really think about a lot of that stuff that often.
They didn't have electric screwdrivers in those days, so that's why we're not using ones.
That's why we went primitive with it.
Yeah. So let's see if we can hear anything when we fire off our spark gap transmitter.
Oh yeah.
Well, we didn't build anything or blow up anything today, but
the night's still young.
Fun times. Emil, it looks like it's still daylight down there.
It's not.
It's not. Okay.
That's artificial daylights.
Okay. Wow.
Y'all got electricity down there.
He's broadcasting from a nondescript brick building.
Next up here is our friend Scott, who you'll see at Huntsville and at Dayton Hamvention in the Icom booth. He doesn't work for Icom full time, but he'll go to some of the Hamfest and help out in the booth. And
yeah, I see him all the time at him.
Oh yeah, and he's pretty sharp as far as looking into the technical ends of it. And Emil, this is well, first I want to thank you for helping me out getting the VPN established for my remote receiver project there. That is still working fantastic. However, Scott's got a pretty nice looking little device here that has caught my attention, and I may have to submit a request for approval to you to see if I should get one of these.
Approval. That's a laugh.
Speaking with Scott Honecker, N7SS, with Icom America, among other things. And Scott and I visited in Dayton and had a good discussion on using a VPN with the new IC7760. Now, since then, I've spent a couple of months playing with the 7760, and I've got it working on my local LAN. No brainer. Very easy to do. I've got it working over Ethernet with port forwarding on both sides. Took a little practice, not impossible to do, but yeah, and that works. That's great. You know, you can put your RF deck in one location and take the controller wherever you want to go, but you've been able to do it using one of these. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so this is, well, there are some tools to help with port forwarding we should mention too. There's one of the problems that people have is figuring out how to do it with their router, and I don't remember off the top of my head, but there is a router web page basically that tells you how to do port forwarding on like every router in existence. Yeah. And then there's some other port checking tools to make sure they actually got opened, that you did it right. So I will send you that information.
Okay.
But in addition to that, with the VPN, the nice thing is you don't have to do any of that, right? And so this is a travel router. I have a couple of these. I didn't bring the other one with me today, but TP-Link has a small one that's actually pretty inexpensive, like $30. This one's a little nicer. I like that it has 2 LAN ports on it.
Yeah.
So it lets me hook up 2 devices. I can hook up my laptop to configure it and the 7760 head at the same time, so I don't have to be moving cables around all the time. I can just set this thing up one time. But it's USB-C powered. It lets me hook to a hotel Wi-Fi, for example, and it has the VPN client in it, and you can use this then to connect to a VPN client at my house. I did do my first test with a VPN was from my house to my office, and I cheated a little bit because my wife is a VPN expert. So I gave her my laptop and logged into both routers and said, "Here, make me a VPN." Right? That's way easier. But if you don't have my wife handy, these aren't terrible. It's just awkward to get all the parameters correct. There's a shared key, blah blah blah, all that stuff that has to be set up. And as long as it all matches, it works. And if one thing doesn't match, it doesn't work. Right? That's the annoying part. But once you do that, literally you're just put in the IP address of the base unit, and boom, you're talking to it. It's super easy. And then the connections that these make are pretty low latency, so you don't notice they're not problematic as far as seeing the delays or something in the response time on the radio or anything. It works pretty nicely.
So essentially, you could have one of these with you and the controller at a hotel or wherever you've got internet. You've got another one at the shack with the RF deck, or you could use another VPN there, but would 2 of these, possibly one at each end, be easier to connect, say 2 of this GLINet?
Yeah, generally this is best as a client thing, and it's easier if your router natively supports VPN connections, because that way the whole network at the other end is available, and you don't have to worry about trying to get.
Okay. So this one won't function as a server.
It wasn't really designed to. I've never actually tried. I was trying to, when you mentioned that, I was like, I've never tried that. I don't know. But it does let you, because of the Wi-Fi, it lets you connect right to your whatever hotel Wi-Fi, the guest Wi-Fi or something, right? And it can also create another Wi-Fi connection, so you can have other devices connected to it and using that same VPN connection.
And there's a WAN port on it, so that means rather than having the Wi-Fi as input, you could have a Ethernet cable.
A wired Ethernet? Yeah, so if you have wired Ethernet available, I was thinking more like the hotel application, right, where all you have is the guest Wi-Fi anymore, because who still has cables in their room, right? Yeah. But if you were fortunate enough to do that, that would be even better. Generally, there's a little bit of latency that's added when you go through a Wi-Fi connection, so it's certainly better if you had a wired connection, because you'd reduce a few milliseconds, 7-8 milliseconds of wireless latency. But it just eliminates one more thing that's in that latency path, right?
Yeah. And no port forwarding.
And no port forwarding, right. So it eliminates that entirely. Some people have concerns about, and admittedly I'm a little shy about, I don't like port forwarding if I don't have to, because it's one more hole in the firewall. They're generally fine. I just don't, if I can avoid it, I'd rather avoid it.
Okay, cool. Thanks for discussing this with us, Scott. I can see applications where, like, and I have not tried this with Starlink, that radio. I don't know if there's enough bandwidth there all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It should be. So this would be probably a very good solution for that. Or, I don't know if it could be a server. We'd have to do some more playing with that.
More looking there. Yeah, but the one thing about Starlink is that because they do this, they call it CG-NAT, right? It's a double NAT thing, and you don't have access to the port or to the IP address at the destination, so you can't do port forwarding. It's not an option, but VPNs still work.
Yeah, and you can't do dynamic DNS with the Starlink.
No, exactly. Well, if you pay the commercial rate, which is a little crazy.
Yeah. Much more. All right, thanks, Scott. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Always great to visit with Scott.
Probably need to go ahead and submit your requisition.
I'm wondering if.
What do you think, Emil?
The cost. We have to determine the cost, and if you're going to use a static IP on Starlink, and we'll put a requisition together and see if we can get a PO generated.
All right. So you're
Or
saying
not.
I would have to have a static IP on the
But
Starlink.
then you have to have somebody that will accept a PO from AmateurLogic.TV.
Well, that's the kicker
It's going to
right
be
there.
problematic.
That could be the issue.
I'm just trying to get it by the financial terrorist. You know.
Chief financial terrorist.
George.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm wondering if that site he was talking to, and this is my old standby site. It's called routertech.org. I don't know if you've ever been to that site or not, but it talks about all things routers, port forwarding, even has a router test that you can do. If you go to routertech, routertech.org.
Most people are getting around the whole carrier grade NAT, CG-NAT as they call it. It's carrier grade NAT. That's what it stands for. By using outbound type connections to virtual networks. So imagine connecting to a network somewhere else. All the traffic is outbound. The two endpoints are meeting in the middle in the clouds. So
Yeah.
that's how most people are getting around that these days.
That's a little extra
Although-
latency, I guess, because of that. Tommy,
Huh?
you were big in the kits over at Huntsville this year.
Yeah.
There's a nice looking little kit there that we saw.
Yeah, he had 4 kits, actually.
Yeah, he did.
Well, still walking around here at the Huntsville Hamfest in 2025. Found, I think you're a new vendor here, aren't you? It's your first
This
time?
is my first time at Huntsville. I've been told for over the last couple of years you got to make it to Huntsville, and I live in Maryland, so I'm based in Maryland, so it's an 11-hour drive. So I am certainly glad I came because this is a great Hamfest.
Yeah.
It's very well attended, and people come with money.
Yeah, it's supposedly friendliest Hamfest in the world, right?
I have to agree, definitely.
Yeah, me too. But saw your products here, your kits. It look pretty interesting. Can you tell us about them?
Sure. So about 4.5 years ago, I retired from Amtrak as an IT manager, and I wanted to get back into my roots of electronics. Where back in the 80s, I was doing a lot of electronics work then. So I started designing. I started out with this 8-position antenna switch, and it just kind of snowballed from there because it came out. The design I was designing it for myself, but then it came out so nicely that I decided I may be able to sell these to some other hams. I started selling them on eBay to start with, and it quickly gathered steam. So then I set up my own business and a website, and then the next design, I got so many requests for a 4-position kit, so I designed the 4-position antenna switch about a year later. And then one thing led to another. I decided I wanted to try some graphical design with a graphical interface. So the SWR meter followed in early 2023, and that's been a very, very good seller. And I thought that was going to be it because these 3 kits, servicing them and keeping track of all my supply chains for all the components, was taking up a lot of my time, and I was supposed to be retired. But then I wanted to try one more thing. It's always been in the back of my mind ever since I started working, since I got licensed back in the 70s. I loved to work amateur satellites, so I wanted to get back into that. So then I designed, it's about a year's worth of R&D, this portable satellite rotor. It's designed for the lightweight, portable handheld antennas like the Arrow antenna and the Elk antenna. And I wanted to see if I could put something together. And it came together fairly well, although the R&D took a lot of time. But it's been very popular. So this will actually take input from many of the popular satellite tracking software that's out there, like SatPC32 or PST Rotator, and they'll be able to control the rotor. So it takes one thing away from all the things you have to do when you're standing out there trying to point the antenna with your hand and adjust for Doppler shift and then key the microphone all at the same time. This takes one of those things out, so it'll automatically track the antenna and point your antenna for you. So those are my 4 kits. I don't know if there will be a 5th one. My wife certainly hopes not, but you never know.
Yeah. So which one's your best seller?
To be honest with you, they all sell about the same. I think the antenna switches together will outsell the watt meter maybe 1.5 to 1 when you add these two together. I've just started selling the rotor since Hamvention, this year's Hamvention. So it's only been on the market about 3 months, but it's picking up steam pretty well. But I'll have to reserve judgment until after the year to see what it is. But for right now, these two, like I said, 1.5 to 1 over the watt meter. So right now, both of these antenna switches have the same features when it comes to the controller, right? So they can be controlled by band data if band data is available out of the back of your radio. So right now I've got this Yaesu FT891. I've got a band data cable coming out of its basically its linear port on the back of the radio, and it's feeding into this into the back of the controller. Right now I've got it in manual mode. So in manual mode, it's as simple as just pressing a button to change the antenna. But if I go to auto mode, now auto mode, it's being controlled by the radio. So you can press the buttons and it doesn't change the antenna. Right now I'm on 20 meters, and 20 meters has been programmed to button number 4 or antenna 4. If I change bands, say go to 17 meters, you'll see it change. It changes automatic to the number 8 antenna. Now, let's say you get a new 17 meter antenna and you're going to put it on port 6. So you deprogram port 8 by just holding the button down for 2 seconds. And you see it's been deprogrammed. So now to put it on button 6 or antenna 6, just hold button 6 down for 2 seconds, and now it's been reprogrammed for 17 meters over to button 6. So now when we change bands to 20, you see it goes back to 4, go back to 17, and now it's on antenna 6.
That's very cool. Very cool. So they're kits. So how much is any of it already pre-assembled, or how much is?
So it's just like the old Heath kits. I was a big Heath kit guy back in the early days. I don't mind saying I shed a tear or two when they went out of business. I built practically every ham radio kit that they sold. So I wanted to bring kit building back into the hobby. That was one of my driving, design decisions. So I designed these for entry-level kit builders, since there hasn't been a lot of kits out there for hams to build. So everything is through-hole components that you have to build. The boards come totally blank. So you're putting the components on, soldering them. Anything that's surface mount, because there are some components that you just can't get in through-hole anymore, will come already mounted on the board. Okay. For instance, the USB interface that is an option for these switches, so you can connect it to your computer, so you can remotely control it. They come fully assembled because they're pretty much all surface mount. It's about, for an entry-level kit builder, it's about a 5 to 6 hour kit build. So maybe over 2 days, 2 sessions. For an experienced kit builder, 3 to 4 hours, and you're done. They're not hard at all.
Yeah, the through-hole stuff's pretty easy for the most part. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think I asked you at the beginning, which I should have, but where can people go to find out more information about these?
All right, so I have a website, wa4mcmkits.com. So all the descriptions for all my kits are on that. There are detailed pages for each kit that has more information. There's a support files page where you can actually download the assembly manuals and the operating manuals, so you can get much more in-depth information for each kit, so you can download it before making your buying decision. And then there's a contact form that you can send, and since I'm retired, I respond to them pretty quickly, usually within a few hours. If you want to buy one, just check what you want to buy, and then I send an email back with the shipping cost, and then I can follow that with an invoice. It comes via email, and you can just pay online with a credit card, and then I can ship the next day.
Yeah, that seems straightforward enough.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks. Pretty cool stuff.
That's antenna switcher. I mean, the build quality of it looked.
Yeah, very well thought out. The way it automatically changes was very cool.
Yeah.
Easy to program.
Did he mention how it band switches? Does it use what do they call that? The cat control, or
he's got it hooked up to the linear port on this rig, so it sends band data from there. Right. And I couldn't help but notice he made a comment about the Huntsville Hamfest where people come with money. Yeah. And I'm wondering if Mill had attended, if he would have changed his tune. Yeah, he would have been barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
I got to get back there.
Yeah, you do. You do.
We'll be there next year. Come join us.
Bring cheap old Pops with you.
All right.
One final video tonight.
One for the road.
One for the road. This is Mark Brown, the Hamfest chairman, who we see him at Dayton every year as well. Huntsville Hamfest has a booth at Dayton Hamvention. Dayton Hamvention had a booth at Huntsville Hamfest.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know. Was there an Orlando?
Yeah, right across. It was on my walkabout.
Those three, man, I haven't been to Orlando yet, but those seem like the big three right there.
I think I'm going to try to go to Orlando this coming year, maybe. If it works out for me.
And we're back again with Mark Brown here in Huntsville, the chairman. Are you the chairman of the Hamfest?
I'm the chairman of the Huntsville Hamfest, yes.
Okay, same as you've been for a number of years.
This is about 6 years now.
6 years.
Yeah, I've been helping the rest of the Hamfest board, and each year we just continue to grow the event a little bit each year. We've got some new vendors. Buddy Pole has joined us after a number of years missing. We're glad to have Buddy Pole back. I think W6 MCM Kits. He's a new vendor. Got some really cool kits, a remote antenna switch and a few other things. He's just a single sole proprietor, but we're glad to have these new vendors, and of course the regulars: Tower Electronics, Icom, Flex Radios here showing the Aurora system. It's a great show, and we're happy to host this great event.
I know Charlie Emerson would be proud of the job y'all have done.
Charlie passed away in February of the year. Here we are in August, but Charlie passed away in February. And the rest of the Hamfest board asked me to go to Orlando with the message that the show will go on. I'm doing Charlie's job, but I'll never fill his shoes. He was a great guy.
Really was. Friendly guy.
And we're just enjoying a great crowd today. It seems like it could be a new record. We had 5981 last year. We're hoping to break 6K this year. It's been a great, steady day for us. We always have anything this big. There's always little issues, power drop that's not working. We've got a guy on an HT, to direct to the Von Braun Center production people. So any issue that pops up, a spill or anything, we can get it mopped up, we can get it addressed quickly. So we have a great relationship with the Von Braun Center.
Cool. And you have a little bit of room left if there's some new vendors that want to come next year?
We are just about full because of the way we do move in, move out. We pull vehicles into here. These chairs you see over here in front of the stage, those don't get set up until just before the doors open, so that we can get vehicles in here to help folks, the commercial and the flea market vendors move in. So it's getting pretty tight. We've got 429 flea market tables, and they're scattered along the wall. We're looking at blue sky, maybe looking at some additional venue space in this building. We'll see what that looks like next year. Of course, next year we're hosting the national convention, so we can expect another bump in attendance.
Yeah.
The league will have a bigger presence, of course. So we got to look at a lot of things. We'll be having some discussions with the league tomorrow.
You think the ticket barrel will be big enough for next year?
Absolutely. We've designed it for the current ticket load, and those extra tickets shouldn't take up that much more room. But we're really proud of this new ticket barrel. The Browncoats robotics team, they took an idea we had on just a sketch on a couple of pieces of paper. It's got to be man portable or pickup truck portable. 2 people can lift it. They accomplished everything. But the motor and the speed controller that they purchased ran the thing unsafely fast. And we didn't learn this until last Wednesday. So for this year only, it's mechanical. It's human powered. Jordan comes down and he rotates this thing. But next year, look for true speed control on this thing.
Great. Well, thanks for talking with us, Mark. It's always good to see you here. And
George, I'm so glad you guys are here. It's wonderful. I'm glad. You're welcome all the time.
Y'all do such a great job. And just like Charlie said, it's the friendliest Hamfest in the world.
And we instill that in our committee members to instill in our volunteers. We have 7 board members, probably 12 more committee folks, and about 100 volunteers, mostly from the Huntsville Radio Club. But we're hosting a party. That's what one of our old-time ladies said, and Melanie, N3HIX. She said, imagine we're hosting a party in your home. Ask them if they're having a good time, ask them where they're from, engage, and smile. And that's what we tell our volunteers, and it's working.
And it's all indoors, huge facility here. You don't get your feet muddy.
It's all indoors. It's all air conditioned. We have 120,000 square feet in here. That does not include the 2 forum rooms in the hallway and the 3 forum rooms at the Embassy Suites. Next year, we're looking at adding an additional forum room at the Embassy. We had a waiting list of people wanting to do forums this year. So, and I think I would hold up the quality of our forums above Dayton and Orlando, strictly because being the Rocket City, the talent pool we have here. Dr. Monty Bateman, he's doing the Youth Lounge. He also does 2 Lightning forums because he's a NASA Lightning physicist. So that's just an example of one of many talented folks we have doing forums.
And you'll see that in the city here itself. I mean, Huntsville is just, a great place. Real clean, lots to do.
A lot to do. I keep recommending different restaurants to people depending on what cuisine they like. There are so many great restaurants in the downtown and surrounding area. You could never get tired.
Thanks for talking with us, Mark.
George, thank you for having me. See you guys.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
I think it was last year I missed Orlando I landed into Orlando that evening of the day that it was on. So,
yeah.
And the last time I was in Orlando, I missed it by about, 20 days or something.
All right.
That close.
I missed it by that much.
Here's Mark. And we're back again with Mark Brown here in Huntsville, the chairman. Are you the chairman of the Hamfest?
I'm the chairman of the Huntsville Hamfest, yes.
Okay, same as you've been for a number of years.
This is about 6 years now.
6 years.
Yeah, I've been helping the rest of the Hamfest board, and each year we just continue to grow the event a little bit each year. We've got some new vendors. Buddy Pole has joined us after a number of years missing. We're glad to have Buddy Pole back. I think W6 MCM Kits. He's a new vendor. Got some really cool kits, a remote antenna switch and a few other things. He's just a single sole proprietor. But we're glad to have these new vendors. And of course the regulars, Tower Electronics, Icom, Flex Radios here showing the Aurora system. it's a great show, and we're happy to host this great event.
I know Charlie Emerson would be proud of the job y'all have done.
Charlie passed away in February of the year. Here we are in August, but Charlie passed away in February. And the rest of the Hamfest board asked me to go to Orlando with the message that the show will go on. I'm doing Charlie's job, but I'll never fill his shoes. He was a great guy.
Really was. Friendly guy.
And we're just enjoying a great crowd today. It seems like it could be a new record. We had 5981 last year. We're hoping to break 6K this year. It's been a great, steady day for us. We always have anything this big. There's always little issues, power drop that's not working. We've got a guy on an HT, to direct to the Von Braun Center production people. So any issue that pops up, a spill or anything, we can get it mopped up. We can get it addressed quickly. So we have a great relationship with the Von Braun Center.
Cool. And you have a little bit of room left if there's some new vendors that want to come next year?
We are just about full because of the way we do move in, move out. We pull vehicles into here. These chairs you see over here in front of the stage, those don't get set up until just before the doors open, so that we can get vehicles in here to help folks, the commercial and the flea market vendors move in. So it's getting pretty tight. We've got 429 flea market tables, and they're scattered along the wall. We're looking at blue sky, maybe looking at some additional venue space in this building. We'll see what that looks like next year. Of course, next year we're hosting the national convention, so we can expect another bump in attendance.
Yeah.
The league will have a bigger presence, of course. So we got to look at a lot of things. We'll be having some discussions with the league tomorrow.
You think the ticket barrel will be big enough for next year?
Absolutely. We've designed it for the current ticket load, and those extra tickets shouldn't take up that much more room. But we're really proud of this new ticket barrel. The Browncoats robotics team, they took an idea we had on just a sketch on a couple of pieces of paper. It's got to be man portable or pickup truck portable. 2 people can lift it. They accomplished everything. But the motor and the speed controller that they purchased ran the thing unsafely fast. And we didn't learn this until last Wednesday. So for this year only, it's mechanical. It's human powered. Jordan comes down and he rotates this thing. But next year, look for true speed control on this thing.
Great. Well, thanks for talking with us, Mark. It's always good to see you here. And
George, I'm so glad you guys are here. It's wonderful. I'm glad. You're welcome all the time.
Y'all do such a great job. And just like Charlie said, it's the friendliest Hamfest in the world.
And we instill that in our committee members to instill in our volunteers. We have 7 board members, probably 12 more committee folks, and about 100 volunteers, mostly from the Huntsville Radio Club. But we're hosting a party. That's what one of our old-time ladies said, and Melanie, N3HIX. She said, imagine we're hosting a party in your home. Ask them if they're having a good time, ask them where they're from, engage, and smile. And that's what we tell our volunteers, and it's working.
And it's all indoors, huge facility here. You don't get your feet muddy.
It's all indoors. It's all air conditioned. We have 120,000 square feet in here. That does not include the 2 forum rooms in the hallway and the 3 forum rooms at the Embassy Suites. Next year, we're looking at adding an additional forum room at the Embassy. We had a waiting list of people wanting to do forums this year. So, and I think I would hold up the quality of our forums above Dayton and Orlando, strictly because being the Rocket City, the talent pool we have here. Dr. Monty Bateman, he's doing the Youth Lounge. He also does 2 Lightning forums because he's a NASA Lightning physicist. So that's just an example of one of many talented folks we have doing forums.
And you'll see that in the city here itself. I mean, Huntsville is just, a great place, real clean, lots to do.
a lot to do. I keep recommending different restaurants to people depending on what cuisine they like. There are so many great restaurants in the downtown and surrounding area. You could never get tired.
Thanks for talking with us,
George.
Mark.
Thank you for having me. See you guys.
Super nice
Wow.
guy too.
Oh yeah,
They love their job, man. They love their job.
they do.
Yep. But it's a fun ham fest. I got my loot, my $55 worth of stuff, so I didn't come out empty-handed this time.
Yep, I did, but that's okay too.
Huntsville's still on my bucket list.
You need to, Mike. It's
Cousin Jerry and I talked about it pretty seriously a couple of years ago, because he drove down to the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. So if he can handle the ride to there, then I would imagine Huntsville's not that much further.
yeah, and that wasn't even a ham fest.
I know.
No,
Yeah,
you can find golf balls anywhere.
that's true. That's true. Well, we had a great time. Met a lot of great friends there. Email. I just passed right on by the slot we had allocated for what you've been up to lately. What have you been up to lately?
What have I been up to lately? Over here, I've been getting my shack, or the metal building I had built, wired up with power. It's been a year since we've been in here, and it took me a bit, but we went ahead and called the power company and got them to extend power to another pole closer with the high voltage, and then put on a transformer, and there you can see underground. Yep, goes down through the power head into the underground, and then basically follows over into the shack. And there you see the meter. So we got it on there. All the permits are there and done, and finally turned on the lights. Let there be light.
Wow.
So that little corner where the four-wheeler is currently, pretty much where I plan on putting my shack and mini split over there, George.
That whole back wall full of radios, right? That whole
pretty
wall,
much.
all the way from
Yes.
the right corner to the left corner.
Might be all the way around. Who knows? That's the plan. I have several benches to build already, and I got to run some circuits over there for the AL80B, some 240, and also some 120 circuits over. So I'll be working on that for a while, but at least I'll have light.
With this new power feed, I guess we won't have to worry about you causing blackouts in the neighborhoods anymore.
I won't go that far.
Super Bowl safe, though.
I'm not saying anything. Lots of lights. There's 4 10,000 lumen shop lights in there. There's 2 more out of the frame up above, but working great. Need to get back on the air.
You should have had them put up a couple extra poles while they were there for antennas.
Yeah,
I'm going to be putting up some extra poles over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Bob Heil had with the, what were they, coaxial dipoles or something in an array?
Yep.
What do you have, 4 poles or 6? Yeah. I can't remember if he had 3 dipoles or 2.
He had...
May have been 3.
He had 2 80-meter antennas and 2 40-meter antennas hung up there.
Okay, wow.
And he had 2 tall poles, and at the ends, I can't remember. I think it was shorter, much shorter poles, because they were up as inverted V's. So
in Missouri,
yeah. And he could
so I have a plan.
Around.
I do have. I don't know if it's a plan. I do have the dream of putting up one of the antennas from the ARRL antenna books I read about so long ago. And it's the 160 meter Skywave loop, or Sky Loop, I think is what they call it. It's a big rectangle,
160
about
meter
530
loop.
feet.
Yeah, I've got 80 meter version of that, and
nice.
They do work good. I would like to have the 160 meter though, but not possible where I am right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one.
Yeah. Well, glad to see that the cheap old shack is coming along there, even though if it might be a little over budget. I don't know.
Well, it certainly
It's not
looks premium for a cheap old man project.
Well, however you got the PO approved, you can go through that same process for George's
there you go.
little piece of gear.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
all right. I'll have to use the same vendor.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get out of here tonight, anything else we need to mention?
Nothing I can think of. I think we covered a lot
Swag?
tonight.
Swag? Well, yes.
Swag is good.
If you needed swag, and you saw how good Pete looked with that cap on. And
he was looking sharp. And Mike looks good.
Mike, yes.
Mike's
exactly.
always well dressed on
Mike,
here.
where could you get a cap like that?
Well, you could head over to Spreadshirt .com/AmateurLogic, and I'm sorry, my preview's covering the rest.
Shop.spreadshirt.com/AmateurLogic, you mean?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what
That
you
was the
meant.
one.
I could read between the lines.
Keep up with what's going on with AmateurLogic. The social media sites, we always mention these. Well, almost always. Facebook.com/group/AmateurLogic.
You can follow us at AmateurLogic on Twitter or X, either one.
Or
Oh, hey, groups.
groups.io/G/AmateurLogic.
Unless
And
you're in
what he said.
Mississippi.
Jonas is coming Friday night, which is going to be August the 29th, for the next episode of Ham College, where we're studying for the amateur technician exam.
Hey, even as an extra, we still can learn you something from the professor and the dean.
Yes, but as they are learning themselves.
That's right. Keep it cheap.
Yeah, nobody's listening to that.
Yeah, emptier words have never been spoken before.
Thanks for being here, everyone. We'll see you around
7-3
next month.
Next week.
7-3.
Yep.
7-3, everybody. Good night.
7-3.